Hi, Merry Christmas to you, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are talking all about favorites and haul for December, so let's just get started. The first thing I wanted to mention was I repurchased this beautiful Tom Ford shade. It is Sable Smoke, and I'm wearing it right now. If you haven't tried it, I've tried to find dupes of this, but it really doesn't exist because of the pigmentation. It's a very light color, as you can see. Great if you have tan skin because there's some warmth to it too. Sometimes the really light colors are too cool toned, but it's really beautiful right here. So you can see it looks very warm and almost, you can definitely see an orange hue in there, but on my lips, it doesn't look like that at all. So depending on your skin color, it will look very different, but if you're similar to me, it's a perfect, very pale nude color. Love it. When I've tried to find other shades like this, at a different price point, you just get more of a sheer wash of color. This is really, really beautiful on. My skin is always so dry in winter, and what happens is I get a lot more texture to it. You can see my pores more. It's definitely more prone to fine lines. So whenever I have skin issues like that, whenever I add concealer, it just magnifies the issue even more. So I'm looking for something a little bit more thin in consistency, but also will do the job. So I've been looking at color correcting again. I don't usually color correct because it adds too many layers when you add concealers. However, in the winter, I think that this is probably going to be the best move for me because then I can put a thinner layer on. So I'll color correct and then go in with a really thin layer of concealer on top of that. So I tried this again. I purchased this again. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in Orange Corrector. Now I think this is a little too orangey for me. So I do mix it in a little bit with concealers that I have, so it's not this orange, but if you are deeper in the skin tone, I think this might work really well for you for dark spots. And then I also purchased this YSL Touche Eclat Neutralizer. So let me just swatch those two for you. This is the LA Girl, really orange. You can see, super orange there. And then we've got the YSL Color Corrector. It's just a very light peachy color. So on days where I don't need that much coverage and I can not worry as much about concealing dark spots as much as blurring them, this really helps to blur them, and it's really lightweight in consistency. I don't like to feel a lot of things on my skin sometimes, so that works really well. Speaking of YSL Touche Eclat, the reason I picked up the color corrector is because I rediscovered the 2.5 Touche Eclat. I use this one under my eyes for very light brightening effect. I don't have dark circles or redness or really anything. It's a little bit darker under my eyes, but it's not bad. Just to brighten my eyes, I will put a little bit of this, really center it and focus it on this shape right here, and then I kind of press it in with the rest of my eyes and diffuse it out. So it's very light. I won't wear concealer, I'll just wear this and then a little bit of this on days where it's not really important to be totally made up, but just blurring those imperfections. I repurchased a few staples. I found the Color Science Even Up on sale, not on sale, there was promotion. I think it was either 25 or 30%. It was a pretty big discount. So I repurchased this, the Even Up, and you've seen me use this before in the discoloration video. I'll link that below, but I use this every day. And I forgot to mention that one of the things it does, it says it corrects pigment. And I don't know if it's this or some other things I've been using, but I have noticed that my dark spots are not as pronounced. And I stopped using the Murad. There was a spot thing I was using because someone chimed in and said what a harsh chemical was in there, the hydroquinone. And I've read that before, but I thought, yeah, let me just take a break from that and really see what happens with my skin if I don't use it. Again, I don't know if it's this that I've been using or some other products I'll mention that have made the difference, but I do notice that they're not as pronounced. And maybe it's because it's winter and the sun is not as direct too. That could be something. And I wanted to mention the Farcelli Rose Gold Elixir. I purchased this in a haul, I think a month or two ago, and I've been using it. Really great for dry winter skin like mine. So I definitely incorporate it as part of the routine, but as the directions say, shake it well, because if you look in the product itself, there's gold flakes, And if you don't shake it up, you don't see them. But I did that this morning. I thought, what happened to the gold flakes? So I just shook it up and then I squeezed it, and then you definitely can see the gold flakes in the droplets now. So make sure you shake it up. But it's been working really well for me to keep my skin from getting totally dehydrated. Speaking of dry skin, I've also reincorporated the Tata Indigo Soothing Triple Recovery Cream, and it's blue inside, because it is probably the most soothing, most moisturizing cream I've found, and I put that on last. There's some really powerful ingredients in here. It says to temporarily soothe irritated skin, including eczema and psoriasis. So if it is mentioning that eczema and psoriasis can be addressed with this, it's pretty powerful in terms of what it can do to help soothe that skin, which mine needs in the winter. I picked up the Swede by Teary Tata Eyelashes, and I have them on now, so they're not in here. But I did a tutorial that I posted last week and showed you how to apply them, and I think that they work really well. I still have to practice a little bit more because I'm not an eyelash wearer. What I can say is that they feel comfortable. I know eyelashes I've tried before feel heavy, and you can see them. I can't really see them. I do sense that they're on my eyes, especially this one right here. And I don't know if it's the shape of my eye, but I could wear them comfortably and not get irritated by them. And I like how they look. They're really natural looking. These are about 3/4 length and not the full length, which is good because my eyes are a little bit smaller, I think, than average. Yeah, but really happy with that. And I purchased that with the adhesive too, the glue, and it's clear. And what I like about these lashes is that the band is also clear. And I don't want to open this because this one I purchased for my mom, but she requested that I order her some of these by Teary sticks because I used them on her when she came to visit, and she liked how smooth and soft they were on her eyes and how easy they were to use. So I found this gift set, and I think it was $95. I know that's still a lot of money, but each of those individually I think is about $44. So if you ever wanted to try these, this is a good way to try them because all three colors in here, you've got Blonde Opal, Bronze Moon, and Misty Rock. Bronze Moon and Misty Rock are two colors I wear daily, and if I could find my Blonde Opal, I would also use that daily. So I would definitely recommend this if you're interested in trying them, and they last a long time. I don't know what the shelf life is. What does it say? It says, oh, 36 months. Wow, that's 3 years. So guess what? I'm still probably good with the ones I've had. And they do last. They don't really dry out or anything. So really can't say enough about these. I love these so much. Just want to mention I've been using my Clarisonic. I gave my Foreo a break and it's working really well. I have the sensitive brush on there. So if your skin is sensitive, they do have different types of brushes for your skin type, and I haven't been irritated by it, so I'm holding it over because it's dripping. But I do want to mention I've been using that, really happy with it, and I don't know if that has something to do with exfoliating and then making the spots look lighter. So I've changed a few things which makes it hard to target actually what is making the difference on my skin, but I'm going to keep using them because I'm definitely getting results. It was time to renew. I was out of my Shape Tape concealers, so I ordered one in medium, and then I also ordered one in tan. So the medium I use under my eyes, the tan I use in all the other darker areas. The tan has a bit of a salmon-y hue to it, so that color corrects a bit as well. I will use that if I need something heavier coverage. I really want to go without foundation and just use concealers. That's my goal. And today I have some tinted moisturizer on and concealer, so we're getting there. Here's the medium and here's the tan. And that's it for December Haul and Favorites. If you got something exciting or you have favorites that I should know about, please let me know in the comments below. And if you got something for Christmas that's exciting, that's makeup or skincare, I'd love to know about it. Especially those skincare devices. I'm so fascinated with all the tools out there and some of the things and the claims that they have, although I don't have many myself, but I'm always wanting to invest in them. So if you got anything like that, please let me know. I'd love to learn about it. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Have re-included, no, rated the Tata Indigo, the Tata Indigo Indigo Soothing Triple Recovery Cream.